I'm Dr. Bob Grakowski, and welcome to the Better Brain Academy. I'm so excited about sharing this information with you over the next 12 weeks. We are a team. Remember that team in the Better Brain Academy stands for our thinking, our eating, our adjustments, and our movement. The next 12 weeks, we're going to be taking very complex and often confusing information, and as a team, we'll be able to answer your questions and have a good feedback. So I want to kind of overview a few things. You'll be getting emails with videos attached on a weekly basis. Sometimes you might have 2, 3, or even 4 of them. We're going to be using the brain span as our baseline. We've done that test, and so we're going to go a little bit more in depth into each one of the categories. Look at where your cell inflammation is, your omega-3, omega-6 ratios. We're going to be looking at how that affects your memory, your processing speed, your cognitive processes. Because what we eat has a big effect on our overall health. We're going to be looking at this on a deeper level, so you may want to refer to your brain span test as we go through some of the videos. Just to kind of overview, this is about making long-term lasting changes that are individualized based upon your needs. So if we know where you are to start with, we know what we can do to change over a period of time. Typically over 12 weeks, you can reduce a lot of inflammation in the body. So that's why we do it over this period of time. Week 1, this is all about consciousness, meaning what are you eating? Be more mindful of what you're eating. I don't really need you to change anything right now. I really want you to look at what are you eating? When are you eating it? Why are you eating it? You'll be getting a handout or a form that you can download, and a lot of times it's good to just record that on a daily basis so you can see and really at the end of the day go, did I get enough water? What time of the day did I eat? We'll be looking at your macronutrients, the proteins, carbohydrates, fats, certain types of foods that will create inflammation. What are the best fats for you? We'll be spending a whole week on cravings and breaking old habits. On week 4, we're going to be breaking down your supplements and seeing what are the best things that you might be getting from your foods, but also need to add supplementation and how that might change based upon the time of the year. Then we start to look at our blood sugar. Okay, diabetes is going rampant these days with type 2 diabetes, and a lot of it is what's called epigenetics, meaning that what we're eating and how we're eating and why we're doing it. So it's important to look at how that affects your stress levels, your adrenal stress. Then we'll talk about phasing, certain times of the day to give your gut some relaxation where it shouldn't be digesting foods. Fasting, temporary fasting, certain types of foods when you do that. We're going to be breaking all these things down. Should I be eating a vegan or a vegetarian diet based upon my own constitution, or should I be doing paleo? There's so many different confusing things, so we're going to be giving you tools so that you can find your own individual needs based upon your unique constitution. Then we'll be looking at our gut health. Our gut health is so important for our brain health. It helps make the neurotransmitters that are so important for our brain to function properly and our entire nervous system. So we'll be addressing probiotics, certain types of foods that are good to eat, when we should and shouldn't be taking those, what are the best probiotics. They'll be addressing actual brain foods. What are the best foods to put into your diet on a regular basis to help the brain? Conditions like Alzheimer's start to develop 20 and 30 years before the symptom actually manifests. So it's important you make changes now. We have people in the group that are looking at making changes because they have children or grandchildren with attention deficit and they've been playing with medications and it's not working. Or what is the cause that actually might trigger that response in the body? How inflammatory foods are involved with that and which are the ones to stay away from? We've got people that are looking at how do I stave off Alzheimer's because my mother and father had dementia and Alzheimer's and I don't want to go down that road. Or Parkinson's or MS. Or how all these different conditions might be improved or lessened with our nutritional factors. So I hope to address most of these issues over the 12-week period of time. I want you to start looking at consciously this week, maybe look at labels. We'll be having a whole section on just what foods you definitely want to avoid with labels so that you can actually, at the end of the 12 weeks, come up with your best, unique dietary plan for you. This Better Brain Academy is so important because I want to take all this information that I've been sharing over the years and make it pertinent for you. So we have a Better Brain Mastermind group that I will be sending you a link to. It is on our Facebook page. So you want to make sure that You can interface, ask questions with that. I'll be on that on a daily basis to answer any questions. And this is a private group for those of you that are part of the Academy. I want to make sure that if you have questions or you're not clear on something, please feel free to use that forum so that we can come through this process as a team together. I'm excited about this next 12 weeks. And remember, you don't have to rush through these videos. You can go back and listen to them over and over again. Some of them might be a little bit more complex. Some of them might be just, okay, I'm doing that already. So just pat yourself on the back and say, that's a great thing. Over this next 12 weeks, we want to make some transformational changes because we do want to retest our brain span testing to see what our inflammatory processes are, what are omega-3, omega-6 ratios, how are we handling the sugars or the fats in our diet or the processed foods that we might be eating too much, and how is that affecting our cognitive level, our memory, and our processing speed. We've all started with one common denominator as we've done this test. We want to go through this and retest it at the end of the 12-week period of time. So I'm excited to spend this time with you. Make sure that you, if you have questions, use the Better Brain Mastermind as our forum so that we can have a group and a team effort over this next period of time. So when we test our brain span testing at the end, we'll see some great changes. Look forward to talking to you tomorrow.